Hi everyone. In my last video, I spoke about the things that you should do before starting that PhD. Now, I'm going to be talking about the things you're supposed to be doing when you are now in that PhD program. So, I'll be making this maybe a 3 4 part series. I don't know how many parts it's going to end up being, but this is part 1 of what you should do when you are in that PhD program. So, number one thing, especially as an international student, you want to start thinking about life outside graduate school, especially when you are like in your second year. Now, one thing I've noticed with doing a PhD is many of us found it difficult to figure out where we fit, especially when you don't want to go into academia. Maybe you want to go into industry job. I had that challenge finding where exactly in the industry I fit. So one way to do it, or one way that I did, was I would go on LinkedIn. At the search box, I would just type, let's say your PhD was or is analytical chemistry, or organic chemistry, or biochemistry based, or inorganic. Mine was computational chemistry. I would search at the top. Then I would filter by people. So what I was trying to do is I am looking for people who had my kind of background in their PhD. I wanted to see what they are doing right now after their PhD, or like what kind of industries they work, because it gives you an idea of where you might fit. So you would find people who are already working, who already have full-time jobs. This is majorly for people who want to find industry jobs, who cannot figure out where they fit in the industry. So you want to find these people on LinkedIn and reach out to them and be like, hey, I am a second year, third year trying to navigate this space. I would like to learn from you and gain some advice. What you're trying to do is you want to hear from them what they are doing in their role and see, oh, is this something I would like? Or sometimes when you talk to people, you have an idea of the kind of opportunities you have out there. Now, this is one way of networking. You know how people will say, oh, you should network when you go out. Networking is not only going out and then being cold and not being able to talk to people. You can also do it online. So you can reach out to them. I would share later on messages that you can send that will not sound too intrusive. You're asking for an advice from them. Nobody will refuse to give you an advice. So you want to ask, oh, have an idea of what their PhD program was like, the job they are currently doing, how what they did in their PhD program currently fits into what they are currently doing, and how they found the job. This is very important for you to do from like your second year, because you want to know what's out there. You don't want to start doing this in your final year. It's very hard though. It is very, very hard. So this is one thing that I believe you should start doing when you are already in that PhD program. I wish I started doing this in like my second year or my third year. Because also this can open you up for internship opportunities. Because you might end up finding somebody who knows somebody who has an opportunity that aligns with you, and you can be like, oh, I don't mind an internship position, that kind of stuff. So I believe that if you are someone who is already thinking about, oh, I want to work in an industry, I don't want academia, it doesn't even matter. When you're doing a PhD, you should be open to exploring things, except you know for sure that, like, me, I want to do academic, that's completely fine. But if not, you should be open to trying things out. So I would advise that when you are already in the PhD program, I know it's hard, But trust me, graduating and finding a job after PhD as an international student is harder than the PhD itself. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. So I wanted to show you practically how to search on LinkedIn. Say you have a PhD in chemical engineering, you can just search and then make sure you filter by people. Then you can scroll, make sure that you're not picking somebody who is PhD candidate who is still a student. Look for someone who has graduated. See what the company they are working at. There's some companies you might never have heard of, and they are really like good with helping. I mean, really, really good companies. And here you see this person works as an engineering researcher specialist. There's so many titles that you would have never thought about or heard before. Say, for example, you did your PhD in analytical chemistry. You just type it, PhD analytical chemist. Let's look for who is there. You can scroll, 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 look for anyone. Another thing you might want to do is you may want to filter by location. So you can scroll to your right, see location. You can type in United States or United Kingdom, wherever country you're searching. Then you would scroll and then look at profiles. Oh, this person works at Celia Corporation. They were an analytical chemist. You might just want to look at the company, look at what's their job description, what they currently do. Oh, does it look like